morning, everyone. I didn't get to read yesterday, so I'm going to read chapter 4, Worm, of the new series I started, Dragon Masters-aRise of the Earth Dragon. Worm. Drake peered inside the dark cave. A dragon sat inside. Well, this creature kind of looks like a dragon, Drake thought. The dragon had brown scales that weren't shiny. He had 2 tiny wings. He had big green eyes and little ears, and he didn't have legs. He looked like a big snake. The only dragon-like thing about him seemed to be his long snout. This is the picture. Drake stepped up to the wood bars. Hi, dragon, I'm Drake. The dragon didn't move. Put on the stone, Griffith said. Drake slipped the green stone around his neck. He felt a tingly feeling all over his body. Right away, the dragon lifted his head. He stared at Drake with his big green eyes. Drake felt a strange chill. Griffith stepped forward. You must name your dragon, he said. Rory piped up. Good morning, good luck naming him. He looks boring. How about Noodlehead? Annie asked with a giggle. Bo shook his head. No, this dragon needs a good name. Drake looked carefully at the dragon. He looked at his long brown body. Now they're still not in color, but they're, the pictures are in black and white. Worm, he said. His name is Worm. That is a good name for an earth dragon, said Griffith, opening the gate. Now, Drake, ask Worm to follow you. Okay, Drake said. Worm, please follow me. Worm crawled forward. Good work, said the wizard. Keep it up, Drake. Come on, Drake said, starting to walk down the hallway. Worm crawled after him. He really is a big, ugly worm, Rory said. Rory, be nice, said Anna. Drake didn't say anything. Worm was like a big worm. Where are we going? He asked. To the training room, Griffith replied. Yeah, said Rory. We'll see what you and your dragon are made of. Drake felt nervous. He touched the dragon stone. How am I supposed to train a dragon? He thought. What if I fail? What if I'm not a dragon master after all? And that's them all going to the training room. Chapter 5, do something. The training room was one big open space. Shields and long poles hung from the walls. Buckets held water and sand. And at one end of the room was a round target. Straw stuffing poked out from the sides. Griffith pointed at the target. Sparks flew from his finger and a red bullseye showed up on the target. It's time for target practice, the wizard said. Me first, Rory called out. Vulcan, come. The red dragon stomped forward. Vulcan, fire, Rory yelled. The dragon's orange eyes glowed. Then 2 streams of fire shot from his nose. The streams twisted together. The fire hit the bullseye. Perfect, Rory cheered. Then the straw burst into flames. Drake jumped back. Good aim, said Griffith. Bo, can you help put the fire out? Yes, said Bo. He looked at his dragon. Shoo, he said simply. He didn't yell like Rory. Shoo swiftly crossed the room. Did her feet even touch the ground? Wondered Drake. Water, please, Shoo, Bo said. A stream of water sprayed out of the blue dragon's mouth. The fire sizzled. Water droplets danced in the air, lit up by the torches. Capri, rainbow time, Anna said. Anna cried. Capri glided across the room. Drake thought her white scales looked like jewels. A soft beam of light came out of Capri's mouth. It grew wider and wider. When it hit the water droplets, it made a rainbow. Wow, Drake said. Isn't she amazing? Asked Bo. Anna smiled. Rory put her hands on her hips. Now let's see what Worm can do, she said. Drake felt nervous. He looked at Worm. Worm, are you ready? Drake asked. Worm stared back at him. That's the one dragon that's putting the fire out with its water. And this one made a rainbow after the water. I guess that means yes, thought Drake. Okay, Worm, fire. Drake jumped back in case fire came out of Worm's mouth, but Worm just lay there. Not all dragons can shoot fire, said Bo. Drake nodded. Right, okay, Worm, water. But Worm didn't shoot water. Ha! Rory laughed. I knew it. Worm can't do anything. Drake's cheeks grew hot and with anger. He's just warming up, he said. Come on, Worm. Shoot like light out of your mouth. Still nothing. You call that a dragon, Rory said. Please, Worm, Drake whispered to the dragon. Do something. Worm just blinked. Do not worry, Drake. Getting to know your dragon takes time, Griffith said. Target practice is over for today. Let's go eat. Bo grabbed Drake's elbow. I hope you're hungry, Drake. The dragon masters get as much food as we want, said Bo. Drake was hungry, so that news made him feel a little better, but he had failed the training. How can I be a dragon master if my dragon won't do anything I ask it to do? He thought. I'm only an onion farmer. I don't belong here. Chapter 6, A New Friend. There was so much food on the dining room table. Roast chicken, potatoes, carrots, bread, cheese. It was more than Drake had seen in his life. Pass the potatoes, please, Drake said. Griffith pointed to the plate of potatoes. Sparks flew from his fingers. As the plate floated over to Drake, he forgot all about wanting to go home. He stabbed a potato with his fork. Is every supper like this? Drake asked Bo. Bo nodded. Yes, there is always a great deal of good food, he said. But sometimes I miss my mother's soup. Is your home kingdom far away? Drake asked. Very far, said Bo. I come from the east, the kingdom of Emperor Song. This is them enjoying their food, their supper. Or as we may call it, dinner. And I come from the south, Anna added. Anna, it is warm there, not cold and damp like it is here. Well, I'm proud to be from this kingdom, Rory said. My father is a blacksmith. He makes the best horseshoes in our village. Drake missed home. He turned to Griffith. Is there a way I can let my family know I'm okay? Drake asked. The wizard nodded. You may send them a note. He waved to one of the servants. Please bring this boy paper and quill. That's kind of like a pen a long time ago. A servant gave Drake paper, a small pot of ink, and a feather. Drake's cheeks turned red. What? Rory asked. Haven't you ever seen paper before? Drake looked down at his plate. I worked in the fields at home, he said. I never went to school. I know how to read, but we never had paper or quills, so I don't know how to write. Rory started to say something, but Griffith gave her a hard look. Bo picked up the quill. I will write the note for you, he said. Thanks, Drake said. Then he told Bo what to write. And it says, Dear Mother, I am safe, so please do not worry. Everything is new and exciting. The king is keeping me well fed. My new friend Bo helped me write this letter. Love, Drake. This is what they used to write with. It was like a feather that had you dipped it into the ink and wrote with it. Drake did not say anything about dragons. He thought that might scare his mother. The servant took the note away. Drake yawned. So where do we sleep? We have rooms in the tower, Bo said. You will be in my room. Drake smiled. Good. At least he had one new friend here. Suddenly, a soldier stomped into the room. All rise for King Roland the Bold, he said. This must have been the soldier. Chapter 7. I'll go on one more chapter. A strange dream. The dragon masters jumped to their feet. King Roland swept into the room. He was a big man with red hair and a bushy beard. He walked right up to Drake. Drake was so nervous he was shaking. This is my new dragon master, he asked. Yes, your highness, said Griffith. The king frowned. He's scrawny. That means he's little. Drake felt like sinking into the floor. The king turned to Griffith. Explain this to me, wizard. My strongest men cannot control dragons. Why is it that these children can? It is the way of the dragonstone, Griffith said. It is a mystery, even to me. Snorted the king. Very well, then. I shall leave my army in your hands. Army? Drake wondered. King Roland looked at Drake again. Do not let me down, boy, he said. Then he and the soldier left. Everyone sat back down. The king's words scared Drake. What will happen if I do let him down? Drake wondered. He had a feeling it wouldn't be good. Bo took Drake to the room. There was a bed and a wooden chest for each of them. There was also a desk for them to share. A jug of water set on a table. That is your bed, Bo said, pointing. Drake climbed into bed. The moon shone through a small window. Drake looked over at Bo. He was already sleeping peacefully. Drake soon drifted off to sleep too. All of a sudden, he was in a dark cave. The air in the cave felt warm. It smelled like the deep, rich dirt where the onions grew. Green eyes glowed in the darkness. Worm was in the cave, and behind him were other dragons. They all had the same brown scales and green eyes. So this is what he was dreaming of. Worm and other dragons. Boom! A loud explosion shook the cave. Smoke filled the air. Worm let out a cry. The dragon slithered across the cave floor, looking for a way out. Drake woke up in his bed, dripping sweat. That was some nightmare, he thought. It felt so real. Chapter 8 will be flying practice. I will see you on Monday. I've missed you. It was great to see y'all yesterday on Zoom.